Thank you. That's just the start. We've got a lot of great stuff to show you today. This year, we'll be showing more than 20 games on the show floor that contain connectivity with the Nintendo GameCube. It's a very exciting way for gamers to enhance their gameplay by sharing data. Now, another thing that will be shown on the show floor this year is Game Boy Player. We'll launch it in the NOA territories and in Europe during the month of June. It's already launched and a great success in Japan. We think that this is a great way for consumers to play their Game Boy games on their TV, and of course there are more than 1,000 Game Boy games already released. The e-reader, which we launched last fall, is also another great aspect of our connectivity story. This accessory for Game Boy Advance allows consumers to use data from special trading cards to load their games onto their GameCube or onto their Game Boy Advance. When they load the games onto the Game Boy Advance, they can go ahead and exchange data then with the GameCube and extend their gameplay. That's our president, Mr. Satoru Iwata.
Thank you, George, and welcome. Next week, it will be 1 year since I became president of Nintendo. And in that time, a lot of people have given me their opinions on how Nintendo should change or not change. I believe we remain the company that best understands the video game industry, but also understand that in any business, new circumstances require new answers. And at the start of this year, Nintendo did face some challenges. The most obvious concern, Nintendo GameCube. It had not sold through the way we planned, and its reputation among some players was unfavorable. Rebel strike. I will let the picture tell the story.
What is thy bidding, my master?
Do or do not. There is no try.
And the same talented people at Factor 5 who designed this game are also at work on another exclusive for GameCube. You will be hearing more about this soon. Capcom is giving us several exclusive titles, none more important than Resident Evil franchise. A new version is coming, an important step to expand our appeal.
Resident Evil 4.
Hi, I'm Shinji Mikami. Recent rumors would suggest I have been fired, but I assure you, I am still happily working at Capcom. Most unfortunately, I am unable to attend E3 this year because I am so busy working hard on Resident Evil 4. Development of Resident Evil 4 exclusively for GameCube is proceeding very smoothly, so you should all be looking forward to it.
Beautiful Joe and Killer 7 are coming along smoothly. They are so original, they will blow your mind. And one more thing, Resident Evil 4 will be scary than ever before. Don't pee your pants.
Our development agreements are reaching around the world. At this E3, we will see a brand new title named Geist from a new partner called N-Space. N-Space began by doing work for America's space agency, but its newest work is a GameCube exclusive collaboration with Nintendo. In this frightening game, the spirit of your character invisibly moves to inhabit others, a true out-of-body experience. For many years, Nintendo and Square enjoyed a very good relationship. This year, that relationship is renewed. The result is the beautiful GameCube exclusive Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. As you and friends set out to renew your life source, of course, some problems occur. 4 different players can use their Game Boy Advance to solve puzzles and defeat enemies. No Game Boy Advance cartridge is needed. I have asked one of our developers to come out and show you a couple of things. You might know him. He is now in his 26th year at Nintendo. Please welcome Mr. Shigeru Miyamoto.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Nintendo's media briefing. Last year, I surprised you all with visuals of The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. And I hope to do the same this year with what I am about to show you. All of you who are here this morning are quite lucky. Again, this year, I'd like to ask my good friend from NOA and one of the best translators I know, Bill Toinen, to interpret for me. よろしくお願いします。日本語であります。今日は我々と協力してゲームを作る
with whom I'm currently cooperating on development to join us here today.
まず私の長い間の友人であ
Allow me
る
to introduce the first of these, a longtime friend of mine from Electronic Arts, Mr. Will Wright.
Will さん、久しぶりですね。2000年に Will さんが
In 2000, Will made game history when he introduced The
歴史が始まりまし
Sims.
たね。
It's a very historical moment.
シムズは PC のゲームでナンバーワンになって、
Since then, it has gone on to become, I think, the number one PC franchise in history,
1500万本売ったんですね。
selling something like 75 in 75 countries around the world to 25 million
すごい
users.
ですよ。いまだに僕らと付き合ってくれることで非常に感謝して
Despite his newfound fame, I'm happy to say that Will is still willing to work with a guy like me.
で今度ね、やっぱり10年ぶりに仕事ができるんでとても
This
僕は
is
喜んで
our
ま
first
す。
project together in about 10 years,
で今度シムズのゲームキューブとゲームボーイアドバンス
and we've actually decided to make a version of The Sims that is going to connect gameplay between the Nintendo GameCube and the Game Boy Advance.
今日はちょっと自分です。
I hope you've come here to tell us a little bit more about that today, Will.
Yes, thank you. And I'll always answer your phone calls. Last year we released The Sims on the GameCube, and we were very pleased with the results of it. Now we're ready to take the next step with it. When we saw the innovative plans that Nintendo had for the GameCube to Game Boy Advance connectivity, we thought about it and we thought this could work really well for The Sims. So now we're developing 2 new versions of The Sims as a result of this. First, we're doing a new, more expansive version on the GameCube, which you can see tomorrow on the show floor. And secondly, we're doing a completely redesigned version of The Sims, specifically for the Game Boy Advance. This is going to be the first time that we've taken any one of our Sim games to a handheld gaming platform. Thank you very much.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you, Will.
今日はね、 ウィルさんをはじめとしてエレクトロニックアーツのいろんな才能のあ
At
るクリエイターの
Nintendo,
人
you know, we're really happy to be working not only with you, Will, but with all the talented teams at EA.
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
ウィルさんが今退場する前に、
Now, before Will leaves,
EA のリカテロ
we'd actually like EA President John Riccatello to introduce to us on video some of the GameCube and connectivity titles we can expect to see from EA in the near future.
それを見てみましょうか。
Let's take a look.
This year, you're going to see EA's best titles on the Nintendo GameCube. You'll see Madden, but that's obvious. But you're also going to see Medal of Honor, Lord of the Rings, Bond. Nintendo GameCube is not for kids or just kids. Teens and young adults are going to love it. The best content on a great platform.
Mad skills, I will.
ありがとうウィルさん。
Thank you very much, Will.
さて、去年僕このステージ
Now,
でゲームボーイアドバン
last
ス
year
の
on this stage, we had a four-player Legend of Zelda Four Swords
放
competition.
送で遊んだんですけどね、一緒に。今年はその放送度をゲームキュー
Actually,
ブ用に改良して
we've made some improvements to Four
ゲーム
Swords
キューブならではの
by adding elements that can only be achieved on Nintendo GameCube.
でゲームボーイとゲームキューブの
There's a-
新しいコネクティビティの
It's
ス
a
タイル
brand new connectivity title.
ちょっとご覧く
Let
だ
me
さい。
show it to you.
まず4台のゲーム
First
ボー
in
イを
this
つなぐん
game,
ですね。
you're going to connect four Game Boy
4人
Advance
のプレイヤー
systems
は
to
そ
the
れぞれ
Nintendo
の
GameCube.
ゲームボーイアドバンスを持ちます。
Four players will play this game watching both the TV screen
で最初はテレ
and
ビ
their
を
own
使うん
Game Boy
で
Advance
す
screens.
ね
Let's start off on the TV screen, which you see in the center here.
で4人が地上で1つの画面を使って遊びます。
So they're playing all together on this single screen.
みんな動くとこうズー
And
ム
as
し
you
た
can
り
see, as they move around, this camera zooms in and out.
みんなが集まって、
You can
横
see
の画
everybody
面
is
に
getting together here.
移動していきます。4人
Moving
ずつ
along.
スクロールしますね。あ、家がありました
You
ね
can。see there's a house here.
赤のリンク
It
が
looks
家
like
に
Red
入りま
Link
した
has gone inside the house.
はい、彼は家の中を遊
He's
び
vanished from the GameCube,
Game
from
Boy
the TV screen, and appeared on the Game Boy Advance screen where the gameplay continues.
ではい、2人目も3人目も
It looks like the
家の中
second,
に
the
集まり
third,
ましたが、
and the fourth links have
あ
all
最
gone
後の人はもう
inside.
宝箱がありません
It
ね。
looks like that last guy doesn't get any treasure.
で、表に出てくると、
So see, they'll come back outside here.
全員出てきましたね。地下への入り口が出てき
And
ま
as
し
you
た
can see,
ね。
there's a hole there that
ここ
leads
から地下道に
underground.
入っていくこともできます。
So I think they can go down underground from here and again appear on the Game Boy Advance screen.
はい、ゲームボーイアドバンスの方で地下を行きますね。
So they go running along through the Game Boy Advance screen.
最初に入った人だけ宝箱ですね
It。looks like the first person in there gets the treasure chest.
みんなが上がってどこ行くでしょうね。あ、家の横に出て
And
きまし
it looks like they've all come out back on the TV behind the house.
た。ここでみんな集まって上の画面に移動ですね。
And so then they move up above.
今度は洞窟があります。
Now here there's a cave.
やっぱり、洞窟に入っていくとこれダンジョン
And it looks like, yeah, when they go inside the cave, they appear back on the Game Boy Advance, and essentially it's a,
やっぱり
a dungeon.
いかにも怪しい4人で動かす岩がありました。
What a surprise! There's a block that needs to be pushed, and it's the perfect size for 4 people.
で表ではルピーがバラバラ
As
と
soon as they push it, you can see that hundreds of rupees are now falling on the
各国が出るのかな
TV screen.
これねやっぱりゲームキューブの処理速度であるとこんな簡単なんですね。
So as you can see, with the GameCube processing power, we're able to put all kinds of things on screen at once,
カートナックの
including all of these Dark Knights.
なかなかみんな頑張ってた。こういう感じですね。こういう感じなん
This gives you a basic idea of the
会場の方で
gameplay.
皆さん
This
ぜ
will be
ひこれ遊ん
playable
でみてく
tomorrow on
だ
the
さい。
show floor, so please take a look at it.
僕プレスの皆さんによくね、
Now the question I get asked most by all you media is, what's your favorite game?
で僕は立場上はやっぱりドンキーコングとかスーパーマリオとか
I usually say Donkey Kong or Mario Brothers.
他社のゲームで何ですかって言われるんです、ね。
But when I'm asked about others companies' games,
でいつも僕はパックマンって答えてました。
I've always answered Pac-Man.
もう本当僕パックマンが大好きなんです。
See, I'm a really big Pac-Man fan.
でパックマンをねゲームキューブで作っちゃえって
And
作りました。
actually, I kind of I went and I made a Pac-Man game for GameCube.
でこれナムコさんの許可も
Actually invited a rather important individual here today to try to get approval for this project.
僕の尊敬するナムコのパックマンのデ
There's
ザ
a
イナー
creator who I
岩谷
respect
徹
very
さんで
much,
す
Mr. Toru Iwatani, the creator of Pac-Man. Thank you.
あードキドキする。
I'm kind of nervous.
おはようございます。実は
I really got this urge to turn it into a Pac-Man game, and I couldn't help myself.
今日はぜひここで一緒に遊んでほしいんです。
So I'd really like it if we could play this together today.
Did he?
そうです。
Yes, please.
で4人で遊びますんでね。
But since this is a four-player game,
ウィルさんも
why don't we invite Will Wright back out
Will さん来てください。
and have George Harrison come
ジョー
join
ジ・ハリ
us?
スンも一緒にね遊びましょう。ここにあります。でこれをまず、岩谷さんにゲームボーイアドバンスを持ってもらいま
We're
す。
going to have Mr. Iwatani play on the Game Boy Advance first. The player with the Game Boy Advance controls Pac-Man.
でアドバンスの画面でパックマンオリジナルのパックマンと同じように遊ぶ
Now on the
わけです
Game Boy
ね
Advance, the gameplay is going to be exactly the same as the original
そ
Pac-Man
して後
arcade
の3人
games.
はゴーストとしてテレビ画面でこう
The three other players
を見ながら
use
みんなで追い
GameCube
かけます
controllers to control the
で
ghost.
声を掛け合って追いかけますね
But they
ジ
can
ョー
only
ジ
see
が
limited range on the TV screen,
赤の
so they
ゴ
have
ー
to
スト
talk to each other and try to
ウ
catch
ィルさん
Pac-Man.
は青のゴースト
So we'll have, looks like George is going to be red, Will is going to be the blue ghost, and I'll be Mr. Pink.
でパックマンがスタートを押すと始まるんですけども
So as soon as Pac-Man presses start, we can get...
あちょっと待って
Oh, just a second.
これでもし僕が勝ったら
Tell you what, if I win, will you approve this project for me?
やりましょう
Oh,
じゃあスタート
okay, press start.
You're red.
青ですよねよし頑張るぞ
I'm blue.
Okay, let's go, guys. I got to win this.
パックマンは、
Now, of course,
尾を引いて走りますからみんなで探しましょう
Pac-Man leaves a trail behind him wherever he goes, so we have to look for that.
あパワーエス取ると
But if he eats a power pellet, then the tables are turned. Oh no! Pac-Man can eat the ghosts. He got me.
Upper right.
ジョージもっとこう
Come
やめ
on,
の
George.
派手にす
You
る
gotta say more in English, otherwise people don't know how much fun we're having.
Here he comes.
どこにいる
Where is he?
どこにいる誰がいやジョージが
Wow, this is incredible. Looks like George caught him.
パックマン
So now what we do is George trades his controller for the Game Boy Advance to play Pac-Man in the next round.
よし次ジョージみんなで捕まえましょう
So now we have to chase after George.
よし
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
GO
Go.
Sandwich.
よしやりましたあんまり遊んでてもあれなんで今
Now,
ね
unfortunately, we can't play this for too long today, because we do have
少な
other
く
things
と
to
も
show you.
重要な友人を
Finally, I
紹介
have
し
one more good friend whom I've invited today.
コナミの小島秀夫監督です
Please offer a round of applause for Mr. Hideo Kojima from Konami.
小島さんこんにちはとても長い付き合いなん
Mr.
ですけど、
Kojima and I have known each other for a long time now.
今回のステージでいよいよ
And I'm very happy that
紹介を
today on this stage we can finally talk to you about that incredible title that we're
素
working
晴
on
らしいコラ
together.
ボレーションの話をどうぞ小島さんの口から、
I'll let Mr. Kojima explain it.
はい僕、この業界に入ってですね17年ゲームを作ってますで今ゲームを作れてるのも、この会場でこうして入れるのもやっぱり宮本さんのおかげですで僕20年前に宮本さんのゲームはマリオなんですけどもマリオに出会いましてマリオに出会って今の僕があるっていう気持ちですで、17年作ってるんですけども、不幸なことに、任天堂さんのハードを携わることはなかったので、今回の宮本さんとのコラボレーション非常に、興奮してますし、やる気も、いっぱいあります
It's been my 17th year in this industry, and if it wasn't for Mr. Miyamoto, I wouldn't be standing here today. And if I didn't play Mr. Miyamoto's Mario 20 years ago, I wouldn't have been in this industry. And unfortunately, in these past 17 years, I've never created a game for a Nintendo system. And today, I'm really happy that I am working on a Nintendo game.
じゃあ今日はその意気込みで紹介してもらいましょうか。
So we do have, I believe, a video today. Is that correct?
Yes.
はいでは夢が叶ったメタルギアソリッドザ・ツインスネークスのビデオをご覧ください。
Okay, we would like to show you the video for Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes.
Genes exist to pass down our hopes and dreams for the
今コラボレーションの説明をね入ったビデオでしたけども、今一緒に
So as you can see from the video, this is a huge collaboration for us.
作ってくれてる
We've actually got one other person here today who's working together with us on Metal Gear Solid, Mr. Dennis Dyack from Silicon Knights.
よし頑張りましょう。頑張ります。デニスがね一緒に作ってくれてます。
So Dennis is working with us together on this title.
デニスの口から一言。
So Dennis, you can say something for us?
Yes, it's very exciting to be here. One of the things that I've often said about working with Miyamoto-san, and is very much
Even after 26 years with the company, there is no end to his creativity. And I hope that is true of everything Nintendo does. Our purpose this week is to demonstrate the power of Game Boy Advance, the power of GameCube, and power of connectivity, and power of our partnerships. Let's take one more look at this power We entered this E3 with a momentum, and we will build on it in the month ahead. As always, Nintendo will prosper as we move into the true mass market. Nintendo has never been more focused, never more determined, never more willing to take risks, and we will not retreat. Make no mistake, we are staying right in the middle of the home console battle. The successor to Nintendo GameCube is already in development. And this time, we will not give our competitors a head start reaching the market. We are going to do it our way, and we are going to succeed. Thank you all.